Chapter 161. Cang Chon's Decision. Cang Chon was unmoved and simply ignored these people. Not to mention that Yan Yun, even if Wuxia came, he was not afraid. At this moment, he was checking the storage bag that he had just searched to see if there was any god-clearing grass that he wanted inside. Not to mention, these guys were all young geniuses of the Great Han country. Everyone's storage bag was filled with treasures, among which there were countless spirit stones. Cang Chon had difficulty counting them all at once, so he could only pour them into the reverse heavenly cauldron in his head and wait for the time to count them carefully again. In addition, there were many demonic beast inner dans in their storage bags, all of which had been hunted by Fang. He roughly counted them. There were more than 2,000 of them, together with the ones that Cang Chon had hunted himself. He now had a total of more than 3,000 demonic beast inner dans. Ha! This is now enough to refine the third transformation golden dan, and as long as I find enough clear spirit grass and spirit gathering fruit, my cultivation will even be able to rush to the 9th level of the Jidan stage realm immediately. Cang Chon was filled with excitement. Kid, don't rush to be happy first. Quickly see if there's any god-clearing grass, Emperor Dan reminded. Cang Chon nodded and continued to check those storage bags. Suddenly his eyes lit up and his entire body immediately trembled with excitement. What? Did you find it? Emperor Dan asked with a face full of anticipation. Found a third turn golden dan, Cang Chon said with some trembling. He found a golden pill from Yan Chon's storage pouch. That familiar look. Wasn't it the 3 turns golden pill that the State Lord had given him last time? What? Your brat's luck is too good. Emperor Dan sighed in awe at his words. Cang Chon laughed out loud. This is really want to sleep and send a pillow. Looks like that Yan Chon broke through to the 9th layer of the Jidan stage a long time ago. So this 3-turn golden dan he kept useless. So he has been placed in the storage bag. This is now cheap him. With this 3 transformation golden dan, I will be able to break through to the 6th layer of the Jidan stage right away. Haha. I'm afraid that by that time, I will be able to be ranked in the top 10 of the submerged dragon ranking, Cang Chon said excitedly. He put away that 3rd transformation golden pill and then continued to check those storage bags. Wang Shan's wasn't wrong. The Great Han country was indeed rich in clear divine grass. Cang Chon immediately found a dozen of clear divine grasses from a few of the storage bags, and these were enough for him to refine a dozen of 3rd transformation gold pills. This time is really a bumper harvest. Cang Chon sighed a bit, then put the dozen or so pure god grasses into the reverse heaven cauldron, along with the more than 3,000 demonic beast inner dans, and handed them over to Emperor Dan to deal with. Kid, this time, as long as we collect some more spirit gathering fruits, the old man will be able to help you refine the 3rd transformation golden dan, but the spirit gathering fruits are very rare, and there may not be a few amongst these young jungles that can have them, so let's hope that you're lucky enough to have them. Emperor Dan laughed. Do I need to say anything about my luck? Haha. Cang Chon smiled. Emperor Dan froze, then laughed as well. Indeed, Cang Chon's luck was too good. Boom. At this time, Yan Chon's storage bag emitted a violent vibration, and Cang Chon was surprised and hurriedly checked it. However, he saw a jade talisman emitting a blazing light in it, trembling violently. Snap! Just as Cang Chon was surprised, the jade talisman immediately shattered, followed by a terrifying thought rushing out, carrying an icy voice within the thought. Although I do not know who you are, but dare to kill my brother, Yan Yun will not let you go. I will wait here at the entrance to the Yuanying space. Cherish the time you have left. GGG. Words to the back of the voice is broken up. Then the whole jade talisman into flying ash disappeared in the air. Cang Chon's complexion changed slightly, and he said in surprise, what a powerful intention. I'm afraid that the intention comprehended by this person has reached at least 20% of the realm. Otherwise it would be impossible to transmit the voice. It seems that this Yan is not simple, and rightly so. Which one of the strongest people who can enter the subterranean dragon ranking is simple? Through the words transmitted by the Jade Talisman, Cang knew that this person was Yanchon's elder brother, Yan, one of the three kings under the hands of the Hanseless, who was ranked 25th in the submerged dragon ranking. This Yan was also comprehending intent at the Jiden stage and had reached the 20% realm, and was only 10% away from Cang. This was definitely an extraordinary genius. Hehe. This opponent is not bad. He's even more powerful than that Li Yuanba, Emperor Dan said with a smile. Li Yuanba ranked 22nd, surprisingly not such a person. It seems that this Yarago's subterranean dragon ranking can't be trusted in its entirety. A lot of changes have occurred during this year, and strong people who used to be ranked at the back of the list might have suddenly erupted and advanced a few places, just like this Yan, Cang mused. Soldiers come and go. You kids should still rush to the ushering stage space entrance first, of course. Before that, it's better to take that 3 transformation golden pill and raise your cultivation to the 6th level of the Jiden stage realm, Emperor Dan said. Cang nodded and then took the 3 turns golden pill. Immediately a stream of pure true essence emerged and rushed into his dantian. He looked shocked and then began to refine and rapidly transform the power of the pill. After taking the 3 turns golden dan, it didn't take much time to digest. Like last time, Shen Tu never had instantly digested the medicinal power. Cang had the star absorbing technique. The speed of absorption was even faster, and in the blink of an eye, he had entered the 6th level of the Jiden stage realm from the 5th level of the Jiden stage realm. Whew, painful, really painful. Feeling the powerful true essence in his body, Cang couldn't help but exhale. He now felt that he was several times more powerful than before. His strength had been greatly improved. Cang brother Cang, you have made a breakthrough. Wang Shan, who had been paying attention to Cang on the side, steeply felt the aura on Cang body surge by a level, and was immediately filled with shock. Accidentally broke through. Cang laughed. Wang Shan was speechless when he heard this. Not far from Cang and the others, on a huge island, millions of young geniuses gathered here. A powerful aura could be seen everywhere. This was the End Island, and the reason why it was called that was because this island was the last stop on the way to the entrance of the ushering stage space. But all young jungles within the nodal stage space had to pass through this island to enter the entrance of the ushering stage space. Like the nameless island that Cang had encountered, there were many of them in the nodal stage space, and each nameless island had recorded the route to the final island, which was why this was the center where many young jungles gathered. At this moment, Cang and the others were rushing towards this End Island. In a house on the End Island, a red-clothed young man opened his eyes, and in that moment, 2 icy cold auras shot out, piercing through the layers of emptiness, as if he had seen something. The red flame wheel even flew back on its own. Did the red-clothed youth's face change violently? Just at this moment, a fiery red light in the sky came down, descending in the form of a giant wheel of flame, appearing behind the red-clothed youth, and finally flickering away. The red-clothed youth's face was very ugly. His divine thoughts probed into the red flame wheel, and immediately some intermittent images surfaced in his mind, and finally this image was locked on the body of a purple-clothed youth. Koching, with an explosive sound, the earth beneath the red-robed youth's feet shook, and the entire house collapsed instantly, burying him in the chaos. Boom! Amidst a patch of chaotic rocks, the red-clothed youth rushed out, his gaze incomparably cold, his stern eyes filled with furious killing intent. Dare to kill my second brother? I will kill you by 1,000 cuts. The red-clothed youth roared up to the sky, his face filled with rage. Come on people, Guard all the entrances to Mordor Island for me and track down this person's information. A moment later, after the red-clothed youth had vented some of his anger, his powerful divine thoughts shrouded the surroundings, and his icy voice rang out between heaven and earth. Yes, at that moment, a silhouette rushed up into the sky, heading in all directions ********. This scene caused many of the strongest people on Mordor Island to talk. What's going on? That Yan Yun is so angry. Who provoked him? I heard him say that it was his second brother who died. Could it be that Yan Chon was killed? This is a good show. He. I wonder which strong person. That Yan Chon has Yan Yun's red flame wheel and was even killed. This person is definitely a strong person on the subterranean dragon ranking. In the Mordor Island, a voice of discussion rang out, and everyone gloated, expecting a good show to come. 10 days later, not far from Mordor Island, a group of dozens of people came with their swords. Brother Cangchon, look, that should be our destination. What a big island. I sense many auras on it. It seems that many people have already preceded us. Wuxia exclaimed as he pointed at a huge island not far away. The others were also full of excitement, finally arriving at this island. These days they were incomparably worried. Who knew there would be another wave of demonic beast swarms attacking? In that case, they would be absolutely wiped out. Fortunately, although these days suffered a lot of attacks from demonic beasts, but they were not many in number. The most was only a few hundred demonic beasts. By Cangchon alone, they all hunted and killed most of them. The crowd reached this place all the way without any danger. Hearing Wang Shan's exclamation of surprise, Cangchon also breathed a sigh of relief. His gaze looked towards the huge island in the distance. A hint of surprise flashed in his eyes. So many people. There are estimated to be a few million. It seems that most of the young jungles who have entered the Jidan stage space have already gathered here. Looking at it this way, this is indeed the place where one must pass through in order to enter the Yuanying stage space. Accompanied by the crowd's extremely fast flight, in a short while, the outline of the huge island appeared in front of the crowd. Rather than talking about an island, it should be considered a small continent, as it was really too big. On top of this huge island, a simple building towered. Obviously those young geniuses on the island temporarily constructed. Cangchon and the others accelerated their flight, and in a short while, they approached the island and descended at a noisy intersection. Regarding the descent of Cangchon and the others, the people on the island were not surprised, as there were quite a few people who came from all over the place during this period of time. And all of them had the same purpose, the Yuanying stage space entrance. Cangchon's gaze scanned the surroundings and realized that this place was simply a cluttered city. Although there weren't any shops, there were quite a few people setting up stalls, seemingly buying and selling something. He was very puzzled in his heart. What was the point of setting up ground stalls here when he was about to enter the Heavenly Tao sect? It was still Wang Shan who had seen a lot and smiled at Cangchon. Brother Cangchon, the nodal stage space is already so dangerous. Then I'm afraid that the Yuanying stage space will be even more dangerous. I'm afraid that these people are trying to sell the inner pills of the demonic beasts that they have hunted in exchange for some life-preserving magical treasures or spirit talismans. Since that's the case, will others trade it? Cangchon queried. Of course. Some people think they are very powerful and don't need any magic treasures. So they will naturally take the opportunity to collect some cheap demonic beasts in a dance. After all, once they enter the Heavenly Tao sect, the price of these demonic beasts in a dance will multiply several times. Just like Brother Cangchon, didn't you search away the storage bags of those strong people from the Great Han Kingdom? You can take out the magic treasures inside and exchange them here for some demonic beast in a dan. You should know that the people here have already pushed down the price of demonic beast in a dan in order to save their lives. And you'll get complete value for money by exchanging them here, Wang Shan said. Cangchon sniffed indistinctly, but this was only limited to some strong people who had the confidence to pass the test, so they didn't care about some extra magic treasures. Other than that, there are also some people who apply to exit as soon as they reach the ushering stage space, so they don't need too many life preserving magical treasures, so they naturally choose to exchange some demonic beast. Inner pills here that will be beneficial to them in the future. Wang Sheng continued.